The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This is it! 19! 57!
Let's go, Tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, 55!
57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. Pick me up.
It's right. It's right.
Rush in. Rush in.
Hey, 59!
Check. Check.
Watson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll run here with Tavon Austin. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stopped right there. 3 down, 3 down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That's going to be a long day.
Alert!
Check 6 guys.
Tight 4!
On 1st down, Austin. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Check 49. Check 49.
Out. 22. Check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover. At 25. 24 down. He's coming. Down the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Jaron Reed in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a give, right side. It's Austin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Returnable for Lockett. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
19.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
Reset. 19. Shoot. 54. 54 is down. He's coming.
Hey, I got him. That's me.
Go.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now it's Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Look left.
I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Quick. 380. Check.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check. Press down.
380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
280.
Right there in the middle.
40.
Check.
Hold up.
55. Check, 55.
Go, 4 down.
Come on, baby.
Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Hey, watch it.
Flare. Gun.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Check. Watch 54.
Late. 0.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for
14,
it.
14. Touch Missy, touch Missy. Hey, easy.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I'm here all day.
Check three.
Hey, 54.
57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Check. Hey, 24. Go. Got him, go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first and 10, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Lamb. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Slam. Showing it. Check.
Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. That makes third down a lot more interesting.
It certainly does. How about the example of situational football there and his ability to think the play through? 2nd and short, not anticipating a passing play, sold out and made a great tackle, which brings up third down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. It's taken to the 26. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And they give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Got it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
I got it. 37. Check 37. Watch twist. Alert. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Watch safety creep. 81.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
31.
They try again with Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Then he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
25.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Well.
Right, 54. Watch the slants. Watch the slant. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Good job right there. 54. Good.
Mike's 54.
One left.
Y'all know, ready?
Good. 4 down.
Mike's by 4. I got him.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 20. Here we go.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's coming.
Alert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
It's the score, Giants 12, Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Dash. Go.
24. Line up.
Now Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 9.
On 3rd down. It's Austin. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and
that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
Come on, fellas.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.